What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Ground Truth No Filter podcast. Tonight, I'm going to talk about the horrific shooting in Australia. I'm going to touch on how this administration continues to use our childhood icons to push their own propaganda. So let's jump right into it. Buddy the Elf, Hakeem Jeffries. What do they have in common? Absolutely nothing aside from the fact that this was posted on the White House official page, somehow drawing a connection to the two of them. It's surprising, but not surprising. I mean, we've seen the Pokemon fiasco. We've seen the Franklin the Turtle, which they're not done with Franklin the Turtle. I'll get there. And now we're going to move into the Grinch. What do the Grinch and undocumented people have in common? Absolutely nothing, except for the fact that the White House posted this on their page, stating how the illegals stole Christmas. Or stole healthcare. My apologies. Yeah. And then there's this little number.
You know the story of a green little thief who tiptoed through Whoville and caused holiday grief? Well, this year a new crew tried a similar feat, sneaking and scheming to swipe student aid neat. They slithered through paperwork, schemed with delight, adding fake students deep into the night. They dreamed of a sack stuffed to the brim with billions of dollars. Prospects were grim. But we weren't sleeping, not even a wink. We checked the numbers, the forms, the blink. We spotted the fakes, the tricks, the sly little plots, and followed the trail to connect all the dots. So instead of $1 billion up the chimney to go, the whole scheme collapsed like a roast cooked too slow. Taxpayers rejoiced. Students got their aid, and fraudsters, their hearts didn't grow 3 sizes. They just got caught in their disguises.
Yeah, so that's terrible. I fucking hate Linda McMahon. She's so unqualified for her position, much like the rest of the Trump cabinet. But in case you didn't get the gist of what she was saying in that video, she's talking about the massive Democratic corruption when it comes to like student loans and student government assistance and those things like that. But it's just one more example of how this administration seems to take these childhood icons like Pokemon, like Franklin the Turtle, like the Grinch, Buddy the Elf, all of these things to push a narrative. And I don't know if that is to target a younger audience into thinking, I don't know, that undocumented people are somehow evil, which obviously is the narrative that they've been pushing. But now are they trying to ingrain it into the minds of like our children? Because I can't think of another reason why you would use childhood icons, especially like reputable ones. Like Pokemon is huge. The Grinch is huge. Buddy the Elf was huge. Like, they obviously know what they're doing. I'm surprised they're not being sued more. But the other reason for it, if they're not targeting children, they might just be trying to find those emotional triggers in people our age, from our generation, because we have the most voter impact in their eyes. I mean, I disagree. I think the younger generation has the most voter impact. But it's weird. It's curious. And coming back to Franklin the Turtle, they have him as a deportation judge, and they have him at the Department of Housing reporting undocumented people, I don't see how they're not getting sued left and right. I don't see how they're not receiving cease and desist orders from the creators of these shows and books and cartoons. Because like Franklin the Turtle, they've done 3. This is the 3rd one. Pokemon, I think Pokemon, the creator, reached out to them and they didn't pull it. They just haven't done anything else more with Pokemon. I think it's the same case with, they did that immigration video with, it wasn't Gotta Catch More, it was, I might be thinking of the Pokemon one. Anyways, speaking of anti-immigration rhetoric, let's head over to Bondi, Australia, where Ahmed Al-Ahmed, a Syrian man, took down one of 2 shooters that fired upon a crowd during a Hanukkah celebration at the beach. And you can see in the video here.
Oh! Oh mon gros!
So you can see that he gave himself cover, coming behind the car, which is very smart, and then waited for his opportunity to put him in a headlock and disarm him. In that altercation, he got shot 4 or 5 times in the shoulder. He had to get surgery. And I've watched the video quite a few times, and I can't see where he got shot. I don't know if this shooter had a handgun on him or if it was from the other shooter that was posted up on the bridge. But just moving on, like watch his reactions. I find it very odd the way the shooter reacts after being disarmed. Like he just moseys. He's not even going anywhere. And then he signals to the police that he's not the shooter. He puts the rifle down, which is smart on his part. But look at this guy. He's just hanging out. This guy comes and throws a shoe or his phone. That is not typical behavior for someone who's committing an act like this. That's not typical human behavior. You would think that if he got disarmed, he would be the hell out of there. He would run so he wouldn't get caught, because now he doesn't have his only leverage, which is the weapon he's using that is keeping people away from him. So it makes you wonder why he was hanging around. Maybe he felt secure enough having the secondary shooter posted up on the bridge. I don't know. It is definitely something to look at. Because you have this guy who's looking in that direction, so maybe he assumed he had enough cover. It still just doesn't add up. And there are other angles. It's crazy. When we get into like this aerial footage, you can see the man on the bridge posted up. He takes his cover. The video is a little sped up, so if it looks like he's moving faster, it's because it's at like 1.5 times the speed. And then that was the moment where he got taken down by the police. Let me tell you something about this guy who was posted up on the bridge. From my military training and experience, personally, this guy had training. There's no way that you can accurately fire that rifle, bolt action, mind you, and rack it as fast as he was doing, like competition style shooting. It's insane. Look, I'll show you. So yeah, looking at that video, it is very, very obvious that that man had training. Where he got the training, I don't know, and I'm not even going to begin to speculate because I don't have any facts to deliver on that. But I am telling you from experience, he is trained. Nobody can rack a bolt that fast and accurately shoot without some form of training. Those are the facts. So take that for what you will. The whole situation that happens in Australia, what I find most odd about it, and this is going to be my own speculation, my own opinion, I don't believe that it was a random event. I think it was a strategically designed event to what, I guess, is the question. To push a narrative, push an agenda, create division. You know, it's a little coincidental that Australia very recently decided to recognize the genocide in Palestine. It's very, very coincidental that Netanyahu got on TV and said this.
On August 17th, about 4 months ago, I sent Prime Minister Albanese of Australia a letter in which I gave him warning that the Australian government's policy was promoting and encouraging anti-Semitism in Australia. I wrote, "Your call for a Palestinian state pours fuel on the anti-Semitic fire. It rewards Hamas terrorism. It emboldens those who menace Australian Jews and encourages the Jew hatred now stalking your streets. Anti-Semitism is a cancer. It spreads when leaders stay silent. It retreats when leaders act. I call upon you to replace weakness with action, appeasement with resolve. Instead, Prime Minister, you replaced weakness with weakness and appeasement with more appeasement. Your government did nothing to stop the spread of anti-Semitism in Australia. You did nothing to curb the cancer cells that were growing inside your country. You took no action. You let the disease spread. And the result is the horrific attacks on Jews we saw today."
You know what's funny about that? It's a little too eerie familiar to when he said this.
I said that the West really doesn't understand militant Islam. So I wrote a book in 1995, and I said that if the West doesn't wake up to the suicidal nature of militant Islam, the next thing you'll see is the militant Islam is bringing down the World Trade Center.
So, yeah, the World Trade Centers. I'm not gonna dive into that big old rabbit hole, but they're giving off the same vibes. He warns of a terroristic type event that's going to happen if they don't do a certain thing, and then that thing unfolds. It's coincidental, for sure. And again, speculation. My own opinion, because there aren't enough facts to point the finger at anyone other than the shooters. Time's going to tell, the investigation's going to investigate and do its thing. But I think we should put a lot more trust in the witnesses and the victims and survivors who were at the beach. Just like this man had this to say.
Can you tell me what happened?
There was two shooters, one on the bridge, one under the bridge. Just started to shoot for 20 minutes. They shoot, change magazine and just shoot. Simple as that. 20 minutes was 4 policemen there. Nobody give fire back. Nothing, like they froze. Like for It looked like 20 minutes, like, and they shoot the guy change magazine. I look at him all the time. I was with 2 of my babies under me, and I look at that, and it's just rifle and a pistol, and just shoot. And the other one was under. They started to come close to the audience. I think one of the people took his rifle and shoot him. That's one of them. That's what I saw. I didn't know how much I saw, but
Who were they targeting?
oh, all the crowd, anyone, Jewish, just shoot. Doesn't matter who.
Yeah. So this guy, 20 minutes, the police were around and they didn't return fire. They just watched as these 2 people opened fire on beachgoers. That's odd. That's fucking weird. Okay? The few people who have weapons in Australia due to their strict gun laws are the police. So the guy on the bridge was a clear shot in every angle that I've seen. It would have been a clear shot. Maybe they didn't have the range, because if they're only using handguns, it's strange. It's strange. And tragic. I don't know. Check out this clip and we'll talk about it.
Jewish leaders over here hugging each other. I mean, what else can you do?
Not a lot you can do right now. Right now, everyone's got to help, everyone's got to hug, everyone's got to embrace. It was a bloodbath. It was an absolute massacre.
Tell me what happened.
I was here with my family. It was a Hanukkah celebration. There were hundreds of people. There were children. There were elderly families enjoying themselves. Children, kids, at a festival, playing, and then all of a sudden it's absolute chaos. There's guns, fire everywhere, people ducking. It was absolute chaos. We didn't know what was happening, where the gunfire was coming from. I saw blood gushing in front of me. I saw people hit, saw people fall to the ground. My only concern was, where are my kids? Where are my kids? Where's my wife? Where's my family? I survived October 7th. I lived in Israel the last 13 years. We came here only 2 weeks ago to work with the Jewish community, to fight anti-Semitism, to fight this bloodthirsty, ravaging hatred.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. We've lived through worse. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get the bastards that did this. People it was an absolute bloodbath, blood gushing everywhere. October 7th, that's the last time I saw this. I never thought I would see this in Australia, not in my lifetime.
You don't know how you got shot or hurt?
I know, I got hit in the head. I'm bleeding.
You lost a lot of blood.
I've lost blood. There are people.
That is Arsen Ostrovsky, a human rights lawyer who moved from Israel to Australia. He was a victim of the Bondi Beach shooting, but coincidentally was a victim of the October 7th attack by Hamas in Israel as well. Here's what I find wrong with this. Okay. Is it possible that he was a victim at both of these terrorist events? Sure, absolutely. I mean, it's happened before. It wouldn't be the first time. Some people just have bad luck. If not for this picture that is floating around, which he doesn't look traumatized. You can see the fake blood on the table. There's camera crews. The woman doing the makeup is smiling. And you're thinking, okay, what does this picture have to do with Arsen Ostrovsky? Well, Arsen Ostrovsky posted this selfie during the Bondi shooting. And if you'll notice, the shirt he's wearing in the selfie just happens to be the same shirt he's wearing while he's getting fake blood put on him that line up with his appearance in said selfie. So, I mean, yeah, could he be a victim of both? Sure. But why would he need makeup if he was actually a victim. And I don't want to only focus on, the shooter was this, the shooter was that, this victim wasn't a victim. There were real victims at this event, and people need to remember that. In this video clip, and it's a hard clip to watch, just to give you, a little heads up, but I want to showcase it because it shows a woman who is sheltering a child who is not her own during this attack. And she continuously says, "I got you. I got you." So even though it was hard to watch, it does show you that there are still good, decent, heartfelt people out there that are willing to protect anyone around them, whether they know that person or not. And especially this child, that she had to have been terrified. And having 4 kids myself, I can't even imagine what it would have been like for them not having myself or my wife with them when this unfolded. So kudos to that woman for protecting that young lady. Good on you. And today, on the day of filming, is the first day of Hanukkah. So on behalf of myself and everyone here at the Ground Truth No Filter podcast, I want to extend my deepest wishes and condolences to the people who lost loved ones at the beach, and that people find their way, the Jewish community finds their way through this Hanukkah season. With that being said, I'm going to let you hear from our sponsor.
Most people prepare for weekends. Some prepare for the unexpected. Whether you're hiking off-grid, traveling through uncertain terrain, or facing a moment when systems fail, what you carry matters. Dash Bug Out survival gear is built for real use. Clean water when it's not guaranteed. Fire, light, shelter, and calories when stores are closed and help is delayed. From outdoor adventures to natural disasters, from power outages to full-scale societal disruption, Dash Bug Out is designed to move with you. No guesswork, no shortcuts, just preparedness you can trust. Dash Bug Out. Be ready before you need to be. Visit us at dashbugout.com for your readiness.
Welcome back, and this is the point of the show where I'm going to talk about the raffle. Again, like I spoke about last episode, where you get to win this kick-ass survival bag provided to you by Dash Survival, our sponsor. And one draw is $5, 3 draws $12. You can buy, I think, single draws, you can buy up to 50 tickets. Triple draws, you can buy up to 50 triple draw tickets as well. The website is posted on your screen. Make sure you go there. We are moving the draw date from December 26th because people got a lot going on. It's Christmas week, so we're going to allow more time for you people to get on there and get your tickets. So we're going to do the drawing on January 20th. And we might do it as a live stream event. I will keep you posted on that on my social media. So you got 3, almost 4 weeks to get your tickets, get your survival bag, be ready before you need to be. That being said, honestly, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I had more. I had a wonderful guest lined up. His name is Jared Sullivan. He's running for U.S. Senate for New Hampshire, but due to some scheduling conflicts, he could not make it. Don't worry. He will be back once we can line up our schedules. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Have a good night.